can you believe we're on volume 7 of this series? If you don't know what I'm talking about and you're new to the channel, welcome. Thanks for joining us. I have been creating the artwork for a book series called Tales of Basting Twill. My mom is the author of this book series. It is a clean romance series. Basting Twill is a fictional town in the Cotswolds. So really excited to get this one in print. So right now, as I'm speaking, it is not in print. It is still in the works in terms of getting all our I's dotted and T's crossed, all of that stuff. The book has been written. It has been edited. It's just really up to me now to get it, everything put together. So as soon as that's ready, I will let you guys know. Don't worry. But here I am getting ready for the background of this painting. So I'm using a 11 by 14 canvas, and I always use professional grade canvas when I'm buying from a craft store. And this is a little gift I got from my birthday, and I've never tried it, and I thought, you know what, I've used craft squeegees to paint before. Let's try these kind of brush, silicone squeegee type of thing. So I had these on my Amazon wish list and got them for my birthday. So that's the beauty of the Amazon wish list. So I'm just mixing it, and what's great about these is it doesn't hold any of the paint in terms of you're not like losing any of the paint. It's just kind of squeegeeing it onto your canvas. So I really like that aspect of it, because in a brush, all the bristles can hold on to that paint, and it's hard to get that paint off of the bristles sometimes, so you waste a little bit. Not that I didn't have any waste here, but that is kind of the idea. And I'm really excited to try a whole painting with these sometimes. So in this process, you're not going to see the full on time lapse. As you can see, we went from background to what the heck happened here. So I got some more of the background done. A lot of the time was spent with the background of this painting, depending on what you look at, background and foreground. I mean, the window itself could be considered background. I was just showing a couple of products that I'm using in this. By the way, I use that satin glaze. It's really nice for helping your paints kind of dry a little slower, extending your paint. It's a really nice medium that I have been using, and sometimes using it as a glaze. So I used that actually with a little bit of white to do the windows themselves, so that there was a little bit of, they weren't a clean window kind of idea. So you're not going to see the full time lapse this time. I don't know if it's just me not feeling like, filming the whole thing, or if it was just the fact that I think it's more interesting to kind of see parts of the time lapse and not sped up. So I haven't sped up the time lapse in terms of my actual movements and as I'm working, but I'm just not showing every single step. So that's kind of how I'm trying it this way. Let me know in the comments what you think about this kind of time lapse where I just show little snippets of the work versus like a sped up time lapse where you see the whole thing, but it's like really fast. Sometimes I like to paint without worrying about the camera being there and being in the right position, and I just want to be in a different mindset depending on what's going on. Oh, there's Charlie coming in. Always kind of wanting to check out what I'm doing. It's really cute. I enjoy it. This painting had a lot of straight edges, man-made things, and sometimes you need to use the tape just for sanity purposes. And I did find myself using a lot of tape to get those edges nice and crisp. I can do a pretty good job with my hand, but sometimes you lose a little patience, or the brush moves a little bit, or something happens and you don't get that perfect thin line. So tape it is. I have no shame in that. Maybe I have a little shame. I'm not sure. But I was having a little bit of fun here getting that pop of kind of royal blue in there, switching it up a little bit here and there to make sure it had that feeling of being a wall and ledge. And then we have this table that's our foreground. It has reflection to it, which I love. I love reflection. I love nature. So I do love this picture that I worked on. I used a reference image from Pexels, so this one was not my own photography. And in a moment, we're going to hear some singing. So I'm going to be quiet so you can listen to that. Okay. I hope you enjoyed that. I have a puppy who sings. It's not something I trained him to do. So I'm just showing you how things looked after doing a bunch of taping to get all of those little crispy edges and things. And then after everything dried, I used a Conte stick in white. It's basically like a chalk pastel. It's really small and thin and gives me more control when I'm drawing rather than a chunky pastel. And I like to use that when I'm drawing things on top of a background. Sometimes I'll use a pencil crayon. It just kind of depends how I'm feeling. I don't know. I decided to go with the Conte stick this time. And here comes the highlight, the focal point of this painting. Yellow tulips in a vase on this table with this little, mug and coffee thing here too. So I had a lot of fun playing around, following my reference image, but not to a T. And really, certain things are really fun to paint. Foliage can be really fun to paint. It can be a pain, but it can be really fun, especially like the tulip foliage is really awesome. And then yellow tulips to add that little pop of color that works well with the whole image. But I mean, I didn't take the photo, but it's something that drew me to this photo to use as a reference. And I think it's going to be a great cover for this romantic book that will have a lot of fun for those who embark on reading it and enjoying it. And you see the little details thrown in there. Here's a little trying to paint and film holding the camera. Testing it out. I had a little fun this time, and I'm going to sign it with my script liner brush, of course. My initials KMO. And there we go. Voila. It is complete. What do you think of the finished product? Are you interested in buying the book? Let me know. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you found some value in this, if you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.